want to wash the BMW. I'm just going to take it through the car wash because I hand washed it a couple days ago. Then I'm going to go to the shop and pull the Supra 2J out and then get it ready and cleaned up and everything. I cleaned up the R154 a couple days ago, and then I'm probably going to end up pulling that S13 diff out of the that red coupe that I got for 200 bucks a long time ago, like a couple months ago. And then once that's out, I'll kind of pull it apart, clean it up. Just it kind of depends on how the night goes. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, what we're going to do, but I know it's going to entitle a 2J, maybe an S13 diff, and a little bit of shop cleaning. And I'll probably end up putting the air filter on the truck later tonight, change the oil and stuff like that. So we'll see. I'm not sure yet, but hopefully something good happens. I'm gonna go get some food as well because I haven't eaten anything yet. But yeah, you know, just riding around in the BMW with the AC on. I need to fix the AC in my truck. That's the one thing that my truck hasn't had this whole time that it needs. Look at this G-Wagon. Look at that G-Wagon right there. Ballin City, Mafia City. Oh no, I need a rip now. So yeah, giving the BMW a nice wash. I don't know, it rained last night, so I wanted to have her nice and fresh for today. Giving it the car wash, the drive-through ones. The ones that don't touch your car. I don't like the ones that touch because it messes up your clear coat. Trevor's brother doesn't believe me, but you know. You gotta love when the car wash scents their clear coat stuff, like bubble gum and cherries and stuff like that. When you have your AC on, and you can just smell it. It smells good. Ooh, jet time. Let's do some of this. Go through the hurricane. Yeah, this one doesn't seem as powerful as they usually are. Usually they're like ripping your windshield wipers off. This one's like probably out of like blades or something. It's definitely not as jetty as they normally are. Alright, so I need to pull the 2J out of under the shelf where we stuck it a few months ago. So I need to kind of like move all of this like stuff so I can get to that 2J because we need it out. So hopefully it won't take too much time. I kind of need to get the engine hoist, which is over there, maybe, to lift that up. I'll put it on like some dollies or something, and then just roll it around. After I washed the BMW, I just changed the spark plugs. I'm hoping, it kind of sounded like it had like a miss, and I think it may had like those E3 spark plugs. I really don't like how they are, because they have like 4 prongs. I don't think they work as good as the normal ones, so I'm gonna see if it sounds any better than it did before. Oh yeah. Yeah, it sounds a lot better. It doesn't have that that miss. So that was good to change the spark plugs. And now me and Ty are gonna go to MacDeezy's to get some food to hold us over, so we don't starve to death. I think Ty wants a race. What up? Hopefully the throttle doesn't get stuck. It just got stuck. Oh, you have to beat me. That thing's way new.
It's heavy.
So is this?
Is that a 4-liter?
Huh?
4-liter? It's a 4.2.
I don't know what it is. It's wherever came in these cars. Taiwan. This thing's old. So Ty changed his mind. He wants to park next to me all the way out in the boonies. So, you know, maybe he might make it in his spot. He did beat me though, so you know. The oldie couldn't keep up with the new car. Yeah, it's like 98, so what do you expect? Done tonight. There's not much more I can do since I put new pads on the lift. The little rubber pads were all worn out, so I pretty much just drilled new holes, and there's panel bond on them to glue them down. So there's bolts, panel bond, and the nitrous tanks, and a gallon of gasoline is putting some pressure on it, so when it dries, it'll be like a rock, and those pieces of rubber will practically be bonded to the metal. I was going to pull in the red 240 Coupe S13 to pull the diff out of it, because I will be building like a 4.6. Like I went and helped Adele install in his 240. I didn't help Adele build that. Him and Nikita built that one, but I talked to him a little bit. I found a 4.6 at the junkyard out of it wasn't a Frontier, it was out of a Pathfinder. So that will be going into that S13 pumpkin. I ordered all the bearings and stuff earlier this week, and I'm pretty much going to just clean up that case, clean up all the components, put the new ring and pinion in with new pinion seal, new pinion bearings, and then new axle bearings. And I'm going to TIG the center diff, so it's a welded diff, but it won't be MIG'd, it'll be TIG'd, so there's not much of slag, nothing to really worry about. So once it's all apart, I'm going to clean everything, I'm going to inspect everything, and then I'll pretty much press bearings on, put that new pinion in the diff with the seal, and then put the new ring gear on the welded diff, or welded like carrier part, the spider gears and everything, and then put it all together. And Adam will have a spare differential, so he could swap out from, I'm not sure what's actually in his car right now, it's probably a 410, which most 240s came with, and then he'll be able to swap over to a 4.6, which is a lot shorter gear. So gonna be doing that tomorrow. Not sure what else is gonna be happening tomorrow, but I need the lift, so I decided to do this tonight, and then these will be able to be all nice and dry and ready for some car action tomorrow. And then I'll probably end up, this needs a new front main seal because it leaks a lot of oil. That's what I think it needs, but it has like an lightweight aluminum aftermarket pulley, and usually that's what causes a lot like an oil leak, is because those aren't they're like machined, they're balanced, but they don't like dampen harmonic vibrations, so they kind of vibrate, which causes the seal to go out. And usually most people don't replace a seal in the first place, so when they put them on, there's always that chance of nicking the lip, and it ends up leaking. So, and plus it's like 400 horsepower. It's been like that for a number of years, probably 5+ years. So seal, you know, is eventually going to go out and expire. So it just needs a new seal. I'm gonna put that in there. And I pulled the JZ out earlier. I was wearing my head cam, so this thing is gonna have some action going on with it. It's gonna pull this tranny off of it, put the R154 on it, clean up a lot of the wiring. I already cleaned up the transmission, it's over here. So a lot of stuff's been going on kind of behind the scenes. You know, my videos are kind of, I was working on my house all weekend, my backyard, but I also worked on this. So that's a nice clean R154 that's going to go onto that 2JZ. And then yeah, so lots of things going on, lots of car stuff, lots of like house stuff. I'm trying to get my house done so I could sell it. All I have left to do is the wood floors, so that's really good. And you you know, I cleaned up a lot of the stuff over here. I guess I didn't show you that either. So like there used to be like this little round crappy table over here and an LS that's been sitting here for a number of years that's hasn't really had anything done with it. It's kind of just like an art piece because it's, I think Trevor blew it up is what I think happened to it. So yeah, so that's out of the way. The shop got a lot cleaner. And the VR4, I found some bolts. You know, I have all these projects going on. It's kind of hard to keep like track of videos and everything because I do daily vlogs. But the VR4, the only bolts I was able to find for it, which is kind of crappy because I really don't want to spend $150 for 8 bolts. But I found some titanium bolts, a place that I order bolts from England. I used to use them for when I was an engineer at Cummins. I ordered all my hardware through them. I ordered all the hardware for the LS through them. I found them and started using them instead of the Chinese fasteners that we were using because the quality issues. And I use them for a number of other things that they make. So they do a lot of like motorcycle stuff, and they have like the bolts that I need, but they only sell them in titanium. So, you know, if the VR4 was something I was gonna like just build a nasty car, like really worried about weight, I'd probably order those titanium bolts. I'm still looking for some stainless ones because I can't really justify right now buying 8 titanium bolts for it. You know, it'd be really cool to do, but it's not like my LS. Like when I buy titanium bolts for that or the 240Z, it's something I'm not planning on ever getting rid of. So I'll just blow money on it, like on bolts and stuff. I don't really care about weight savings, but titanium is a really nice it doesn't have issues with corrosion, and that's what I really like throughout all my vehicles is corrosion resistance. Because that's the biggest problem with vehicles is like over time they rust. So if I can't find these bolts in stainless, I'll just order the titanium ones. But I'm going to definitely try to find the bolts in stainless before I do that. So yeah, I don't know what else to talk about tonight. I did a lot of stuff today. Sort of did a lot of stuff, I guess. But you know, things are coming together. The house is coming together. Cars are coming together. Oh yeah. I had a time lapse of it. I changed the spark plugs in the BMW. It runs loads better. It had these. I've never really liked these plugs, but they are NGKs. But I've never really liked them. So these ones were in the BMW, and they have the 4 prongs, but I've never liked them because they have 4 prongs to spark to. They don't simultaneously spark to this, like all 4 at the same time. They choose which one they want to hit. So I feel like after replacing them with normal NGKs, I think they're BKR6. Let's see. I think it's the 6s. What do we got? Yeah, BKR6 EGPs, and yeah, it runs great now. It doesn't have a miss. Before it had like they're like the exhaust note. You could kind of hear a miss. It might have been like an alternating miss because the plugs looked like they were burning, but it might have been like because of those plugs how they're made. It might have just been an alternating miss throughout the engine. It might have not have been like the same cylinder every time, but it was definitely there and noticeable. So I'm glad I changed the plugs. I cleaned a lot of stuff up when I did it, put the new plugs in, runs a lot better. So I did that as well today. I still need to do the truck air filter. It's dry now. I forgot the stainless steel clamp because I left it in the sink. So I was going to do that today, but I had to come to the shop to do some stuff, and then I had to go. I changed the spark plugs in the BMW and did some other stuff, went to dinner, and you know, then the night just fades away. So I'm gonna go home now. The video for today it's like uploaded, but then it said it was still in processing. But it's weird because when you upload a video, you need Wi-Fi or like internet. But when it's processing, that's all like on YouTube side. So I don't know why it's still in processing. I'm not at my computer at my house. I'll have to see what happened when I get home. So I'm going to do that tonight before I go to bed, and it's like midnight already. So yeah, hope you guys like the videos. Hopefully you like the content. If you do, share it, subscribe, leave some comments in the bottom, and let me know what you think of the projects. And hopefully the more people watch, the more projects I'll be able to do, the more projects I'll be able to show. So I have a lot of projects, but you guys will be able to see more of them as like my channel grows. And especially the 240Z, if you want to see that, I'll definitely probably need over 10,000 subscribers to even think about messing with that right now with how things are with my house. So that's on the back burner, but I do have everything designed for it. So if you want to see a nasty RB 240Z that is all-wheel drive, but it has a 370Z Nismo CD09 in it, let me know in the comments. So let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for watching. See you guys next time.